Boom. Let's go, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. Yep. Crazy night. What up, Q? You can come back up here if you want. So, this is not a part of the advent calendar. That's why you want to not only subscribe, but you want to smash that like or notification button. That way you get notified each and every time we release a new video, just like this pop-up video because of something I scored today. What do we got? Well, so, Jack Daniels has been doing some special releases, and it started off with their Tennessee Tasters series, which, of course, I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee, which, to my knowledge, the Tennessee Tasters series was, a Tennessee-only release product, and was fortunate enough to be able to get all 7 expressions of those. They included a red wine, something else. There was a barrel proof. I don't even remember what they all were, to be honest with you now. Angel's Share, etc. But, and they were all good, different expressions of Jack Daniel's. Surprisingly, I think my favorite out of those was the Reunion Barrel #1, which was a red wine, and then of course the barrel proof rye Tennessee Tasters was also really good. Was very close to the Tennessee or Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye that I have. I'm not going to bring it out tonight. We'll be hitting all those in January when it becomes January rye month. But anyways. So there was like 7 expressions of those, and then they changed it from Tennessee Tasters to what they're calling it now is the Jack Daniel's Distillery series, and which I've been meaning to. It's just been crazy couple months. I think they've been out maybe a couple months. The first drop of those were now what they call it, would switch from Tennessee Tasters to the Distillery series. The 8 and 9 expressions have been readily available. I've been keeping my eye on them. Was going to pick them up, and just because I've been putting them off, because I can probably still get them a month, maybe even 2 months from now, at least on what I've been tracking inventory and so forth on all those. Like, one of my stores I frequently still has like 3+ cases of both those expressions. So, and that's at 375 milliliters. That's 12 bottles to a case. So, with 3+ cases of each of those, there's like over 40 bottles, because they have more than just 3. It's like 3 cases in 8 units or 3 cases in 10 units. I keep track of that shit. So, haven't bought those, but then this one is the number 10, because they went for, like I said, when it was Tennessee Tasters, there were 7, and so then they just made it, instead of Tennessee Tasters, calling it the Distillery series. Why, I don't know. And so they just picked up with 8, 9, and 10. And while, like I said, 8 and 9 are readily available, my understanding was 10, the one I have that we're about to get into, was originally supposed to be a Distillery only availability. And actually, I had planned in the next 2 to 4 weeks to go back to Jack Daniel's to specifically get this one, and lo and behold, my local Total Wine had it today, and it's not as available as the others. And like I said before, my understanding was going to be Distillery only, so maybe they just had more of it than they thought, weren't selling it as quick, and so my local Total Wine got a couple of cases. So I went ahead and picked up one today, because this one I was really excited about, more so than the 8, 9, although I still plan to do those. That's why, again, not only do you want to subscribe, you want to ring that bell for notifications, because more than likely we're going to bring 8 and 9 to you. But I went ahead and picked up 10. That's what we're going to open up today. It is, like I said, the Jack Daniel's Distillery series. It's straight Tennessee whiskey finished in toasted pecan wood chips. Tennessee whiskey combined with toasted pecan wood for added depth and character, perfect for the season. And then it says here on the side, just in time for the holidays. Noel, Noel. Tennesse Whiskey finished with toasted pecan wood chips and our handcrafted charred white oak barrels. Each sip coats the palate with warm brown sugar, light savory nuttiness, and toasted oak with lingering hints of dried fruits and a touch of caramel warmth. So, like I said, that sounded exciting to me. So, it is a fresh cork twisting. It's not a pop. It's a twisting on a 370. It is. I paid $40 for this. So, yeah. You factor that if it was a 300 or a 750 milliliter versus 375, that's $80. So kind of pricey, honestly, for Jack Daniel's stuff. But nonetheless, we're gonna do it. Dang, I thought I had a glass. Be right back. It's real quick. Where you at, Q? All right, so this is Tennesse or Distillery Series number 10, the pecan wood finish. I'm really excited about this. And then, of course, as always, here on Bourbon Quest, we'll do our traditional 2-ounce pour into the infinity bottle. We do it regardless if it's 375, 750, or liter, or 1.75. It's always a 2-ounce pour. There you go. So there you have it. We've got that added. And let's get into this. Let me know, especially on the last three, which I have yet to pick up, the 8 and 9, not because it's not available. I just, budget is what budget is. So budget does what budget does. But I wasn't going to pass this one up because I didn't know if it would be as available. So I went ahead and picked up this today. Plus, it sounded the most interesting out of these three since they rebranded it as Distillery Series. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment, smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithms. But leave that comment. Let me know if you've had the Distillery Series number 8 and number 9. I think one is oak wood finish and then the other one's maple wood finish or something. But this is pecan chip wood finish, which I don't know what that really means. Do they ground up a bunch of pecan chips and throw it in the barrel? Irregardless, sounds the most interesting out of those three to me. So that's why I picked it up. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. Oh yeah. I mean, you definitely get pecan. I get a little bit of apple and banana. Banana's expected. The apples, I don't know. It might be me still kind of getting over a little bit of a cold and sinus issues. That the nose is not very pronounced. I mean, definitely not complex. I mean, it's very subtle. I mean, it's softly elegant on the nose, if that makes sense. Like nothing really, even the pecan is probably the most prominent, which I guess you would expect. And maybe that's because I already know this pecan wood finish plays a little bit more into that. But what's the proof on this? Really? That does not nose 120 proof. So alcohol by volume 60%, 120 proof. Man, this doesn't even nose. This doesn't even nose 90 proof. That's perplexing. This is 120 proof. Wow. Yeah, 120 proof, 375 milliliter. Section number 10, released October 2022. Selected by whiskey taster Randy Baxter. Okay, That's an interesting note too. Didn't realize that. This doesn't even nose 90, maybe at most 90 proof on the nose, and this is 100. That's crazy, yo. There's no way this is 120 proof. That's got me dumbfounded for real. Like, at most, I would say on the nose, this is 90 proof. All right, we got to get to the palate because that's dumbfounding for real. And it's not complex. I mean, it's like subtle pecan, a little bit of obviously banana you would expect, but also a little bit of apple, maybe a touch of cherry. This has got me confused. All right, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah. Weird. Like, I still don't know if it was on the palate. The gal does have some heat. Like, if I was, like I said, if I was going off the nose, I'd say 90 proof. On the palate, I'd say probably 115 if I didn't know any better. So it definitely comes off a lot hotter on the palate and nose. That's weird that it noses that low of a proof and almost reaches its weight class on the palate in proof, which is a good thing. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, I definitely get that pecan, cherry, apple, banana, baking spice, a little bit of mint actually. Nice mouthfeel, nice viscosity, nice hug. Yeah, I mean, the confusing part on this is the proof because, again, nose 90, palate 115, its actual proof 120. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Leave a comment. I want to know what you think about 8 and 9 because I will eventually pick those up, like I said, in the next month or two. But I'm trying to figure out if I like this or not. I think I do. It's just got me perplexed on the proof on the nose versus the palate. Is crazy confusing. Definitely enjoyable. I love the palate. The nose I'm not so sure about, but you definitely get that pecan. You get cherry, apple, banana, a little bit of mint, baking spice, black pepper. Man, I think it's a buy. Honestly, I'm struggling with that because when I equate it being $40 for 375 milliliter bottle, when, you know, even Coy Hill was what, like 65 bucks. Now the 375 milliliter, I think it was also probably 60 bucks. But there are special releases, Heritage, Jack Daniels, Barrel Proof Rye, right around 70 bucks. And then this was a 750 milliliter. This would be 80. And I don't think it lives up to those. So, I mean, if you're a big Jack Daniels fan, I would say buy. I'm struggling with this one because I want to say it's a buy. I think I'm just basing on their other special releases stuff being better than this and a little bit lower price than this has me struggling a little bit with that price point. It's obviously, I want to lean towards buy. It's definitely, if not a buy, I mean it's not a don't buy. If you're not quite sure, maybe if you get an opportunity to try before you buy. But I think I would lean more towards the buy. And it'd be interesting to see what it does when it opens up a little bit more. But the most complexing thing on this is that the nose proofs like 90. And then, like I said, the palate, if I didn't know any better, I would say like 115, right around there. And it's actually 120. Am I glad personally that I have it? Yes. I'm just trying to figure out, if you're a big Jack Daniels fan and like pecan, which I love pecan, or pecan, whichever you say it, then definitely a buy. Otherwise, I would say maybe try before you buy to see if it fits your palate or whatever. And even if you have it available, because like I said, I think previously it was initially going to be a distillery only release. And then for whatever reason, I was able to get it here at my local Total Wine here in Knoxville. So yeah, it is what it is. It's good. I'm glad I have it. I definitely would not buy it again. I don't think it's that good. At that price. But no. I like it. I enjoy it. Yeah, I guess that's about all I had to say. We should wrap it up and go back to the advent calendar. But anyways, I wanted to bring this to you. I was glad I picked it up. It is delicious. But alright, I've said enough. Subscribe, like, ring that bell, leave a comment. Love you, Bourbon Quest. And as always, my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Haha. That's a wrap, yo. Haha. Alright, I should eat some meat.